member for Calgary Nose Hill.
Mr. Speaker, 6 months ago, the Liberals claimed that they would, quote, immediately lift the Mexican visa requirement. And today, Liberals and officials confirmed that a standard evidence-based formal review has not been completed. Moreover, they confirmed that Mexico does not meet certain factors required to lift the visa requirement. So given this, at the upcoming Three Amigos meeting, will the Prime Minister publicly admit that he knows that the exemption won't, in fact, be immediately lifted?
Minister of Immigration.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the honourable member for her question, and I can assure you that we are all convinced that our commitment to lift the visa for Mexico will indeed give major economic benefits in terms of tourism, as well as a stronger partnership with our second North American partner. That being said, I am working with my colleague, the Minister of Public Safety, to ensure that we mitigate any risks arising from irregular immigration that could arise from this policy change.
Honourable member for Calgary Nose Hill.
Well, Mr. Speaker, if that's the case, Department of Immigration officials confirmed that prior to imposing a visa requirement for Mexico, the asylum rate was at 25%, and many of these claims were rejected as false. Normally, Canada would consider a visa exemption if the asylum rate is lower than 2%, and today at committee, department officials confirmed that this rate remains very high. What assurances can the government give Canadians that there will not be another wave of unfounded asylum claims if this exemption is immediately lifted?
Immigration.
Well, Mr. Speaker, that is precisely why officials in my department and I are working along with my colleagues in public safety to find ways to mitigate precisely this risk, which is high on our minds as a challenge which we have to deal with. But that being said, there are major benefits that I mentioned earlier from lifting the visa with Mexico, and we are confident that we will be able to keep our election commitment while at the same time mitigating those risks that the member describes.
For Markham Unionville.
Mr. Speaker, since visa requirement was introduced 4 years ago, asylum rate for Mexican nationals has remained below 1%. In 2008, prior to imposing a visa, asylum rate was above 25%. Wow. The Liberals have not conducted a visa exemption review and yet have promised to lift the restrictions. What are Liberals doing to ensure the asylum rate does not increase when they lift the visa requirement for Mexico? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, as I've implied a couple of times, Canada attaches great importance to our friendship with our second North American partner, to the closer ties that will come from lifting the visa, and to the economic benefits to many middle-class Canadians who will benefit with jobs from the additional tourism. But at the same time, we are not unaware of the problems raised by my colleague from Markham Unionville, and I can assure him that we are all working assiduously to deal with those problems and to mitigate them.
Member for Mississauga East Brooksville.